Good afternoon, my name is Edward Lowe and today I'm going to be showing you a property on Baker Avenue. Let's go and have a look inside. So the property here, it's around about 1960s. It's been started with renovation from the existing owners. They've done some really quite interesting bits and pieces. So for example, whilst we're here, take the shoes off, what's nice, you've done this quite clever little situation, hopefully that'll come out on the camera, where they've made the staircase a bit of a feature. So you've got some wallpaper and then used a crack effect on the stairwell, which in itself is really quite cool and really come out really rather well. So in terms of the layout, you've got through here the front room. I'll just get into the better light so you get a slightly better view of it over here. Feature of these properties, this is very deep recess that you have, where you've got the fireplace. That's absolutely indicative. What's interesting about this is there aren't many properties like this in the towns. This is actually a 3-bed link detached. Well, first and foremost, they didn't really build many of this style, so it is actually really rather rare. The vendors on this one, they've done the right things. They've rewired the property last year. They have also, the boiler when they bought it was only a year or so old, and they've had a service on it. Quite a clever little feature. So little things like this, they've made some nice little additions where they made probably quite a boring feature into quite interesting by creating that as a stable door, which leads to a really rather practical pantry area. Now with this bit, this is the kitchen, which clearly has been refitted. At the moment they don't have a table here, but there's loads of space in this space to be able to fit a dining table, and you've obviously got the door out into the garden. And then probably one of the key features of this particular design is you get an oversized garage. So excuse the garage itself, but if you look at the proportions of it, it's the reason why I want to show you. So it's an oversized garage, so you basically get a normal garage width plus the door, so you get another 3.5 foot. In the far corner over there you've got the door which goes out, but also behind that door there you have a downstairs toilet. A lot of people have typically converted these, whether it be into utility room or indeed playroom, whatever it is. If you don't need the garage, then there's great space and brilliant potential to do lots of things with them. So loads of opportunities there. And then a nice thing about this one, upstairs, 3 bedrooms, but they're all doubles, and more importantly they all have built-in wardrobes. So as we go up, I'll show you. They've been very clever. So the vendors have adapted the layout from when they bought this. What they did is typically these houses weren't built with ensuite, as you probably expect, but they have actually added an ensuite in. So this particular one, as you can see, this is the 3rd bedroom. So again, a double size, benefit of which you also get your built-in wardrobe. Then coming through here, you've got the 2nd bedroom, which again, as you can see, is a nice size. Just try and wait for the camera to adjust in light. I'll come away from it, try and get a bit brighter. And there you've got the built-in wardrobe again. So both of those absolutely evident doubles. So that's number 3 and number 2. And then we've got the master bedroom, which, as you can see, nice size double room. Just wait for that camera to try and pick up the light a bit better. And again, you've got built-in wardrobes there, and quite clever. These are in fact built-in wardrobes. And then great little addition here of an ensuite. Now what they've done here, which I think is great, is they've used floor tiles on the wall. So you've got this wood effect tile here, which adds a real nice amount of feature to the property and a good bit of character. Very contemporary, and it's a nice 3-piece ensuite. Then lastly you have the bathroom, which was refitted recently-ish. Nice plain white suite, as you'd expect, thermostatic shower over. And then I'm just going to stop the recording now because I want to go take you up into the loft. So rather than you look at me probably fall down the ladder, I'll pull it and then I'll get back in. But just before I do that, whilst I'm up here, I'd like to show you the garden, because you get a slightly better sense of perspective if the camera ever decides to lighten up. I will take you down there, but you've got, down where it's going to come out, you've got a big decking area, and obviously then you've got your lawn. Now clearly there's a bit of area, that's something you can do if you're a bit of a keen gardener. Nice thing is you're not particularly overlooked at the back, so it's a good setting. Right, let me get you into this loft and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, so we are back now in the loft. So as you can see, if we draw back the hatch, so what's happened with this one, essentially what they've done is they've plasterboarded it and put flooring, which has now made it into a usable space, and obviously put spotlights in. It is still the standard loft access, so there's no roof light. If you did want to put a skylight in here, that would obviously be a really worthwhile addition to get some natural light in. But let me just pull back. So If you want it either as a teenager space or perhaps work from home, or indeed, as you can see, what they've done here is they've used it as a bit of a collection room, then I have to say it works really rather well. Again, I'll just quickly whiz this off and then come back to you when I'm in the garden. So as you can see, now out in the garden you've got this very extensive decked area, which gives you great space for entertaining and table and chairs, and then it leads out to the lawn part. It's a good sized garden. As you can see, what's nice about it, it's not directly overlooked at the back. There's still plenty of potential should you wish to extend the property. As I'll pan around, you can see here you could very much fill in this space between here and here quite comfortably. So you have obviously the garage here. So there's loads of potential with this property. So as and when you wanted to grow, if indeed you do want to, then you're buying into a lot of potential here, which is a pretty key reason for buying any property. So yeah, that concludes the virtual tour. Obviously, if you do want to have a look at it, or perhaps certainly given current circumstances, it's probably best to view it this way first, then get in touch if you've got any particular inquiries you want answering, because we'll have those. I hope that's been helpful. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon.